Well, Merry Christmas to everyone who is really watching on this channel known as the Rokani Media Football, as we come up with the story of Marcus Rashford to Arsenal transfer hint that is really making rounds after what is really happening at the club of Manchester United between the new manager Ruben Amorim and Marcus Rashford. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you're really watching us from. And I bring you these stories from credible sources and hope you guys will enjoy them. And remember, we are powered by none other than Muno Gadgets. Muno Gadgets are dealers in brand new phones and brand new laptops. And if at all you feel like you need a brand new phone and a brand new laptop, call them on that number that you see onto your left bottom corner, +256 70 99 88 665. And you can as well go ahead and obviously do the needful and call them on that number if at all you need used phones and laptops from the United Kingdom. Understand, they are not from Uganda. They are used phones and laptops coming from United Kingdom. Then after, we obviously have to talk about their affordable smartwatches that they have. Christmas gifts, you can as well consider a smartwatch that is really very, very affordable by contacting Mono Gadgets to obviously get you the best that you deserve as a gift for your partner, sibling, friends, and so on and so forth. So, Rokani David it is, and let's obviously get down into the mix and see how things are really going to be panning out in here. Now, Rashford to Arsenal is not new to our eyes. I think even last summer he was linked to the side of Manchester, side of Arsenal, and Erik ten Hag was like he's going nowhere. But when Ruben Amorim came in through, he has gone ahead to obviously gauge Marcus Rashford out of his plans. And remember, Marcus Rashford has missed out on 3 consecutive games. The first one was against Man City, second was against Spurs, and over the weekend when United lost to Bournemouth, he was out of the match squad. This has raised a lot of dust around the people around Manchester United, and Marcus Rashford too has gone ahead to obviously do an interview, and he has hinted on him being time for a new challenge. And the big question is his new challenge coming to play for the club of Arsenal? That is the most important bit of it all. So let's see close to 200 likes much of this video as we continue to break down this. Now, Marcus Rashford is one of those players that has gone ahead to score 3 goals under Ruben Amorim. He scored 1 against Ipswich and a brace against Everton. Ever since then, he hasn't gone ahead to obviously do anything productive when the manager has always gone ahead to obviously give him a chance to obviously come up and show up and really showcase his goodies. Now, this is where we get a story coming in through from Code Offside about Marcus Rashford to Arsenal. He has told us that Marcus Rashford to Arsenal is alive again. There is a chance that Arsenal will try and bid for Marcus Rashford in January as they want to be more dangerous from the left. Now, this is coming in through from Code Offside. So, there is a possibility that Arsenal will bid for Marcus Rashford in January. And I tell you, United wants Marcus Rashford out as SAP. And when you look at his price tag, United want £40 million for Marcus Rashford. And I don't know whether Arsenal are willing to obviously go that north on that price to obviously spend it on Marcus Rashford, because all I think is he might be at Manchester United and not performing as expected because he needs a new challenge, you know, and maybe that new challenge will awaken him, like coming in to play at Arsenal, it will awaken him. And when you look at Arsenal, Marcus Rashford can be beneficial to them because on his good day, he can be one of the deadliest left forwards in the world. We all know that. We've gone ahead to see him. And what is really affecting him is, I think the environment at Manchester United is not really going to really uplift Marcus Rashford. In the season of Erik ten Hag, he scored 30 goals the first season. Second season, he was bad. Even this third season, he has not been looking good at all as Marcus Rashford. And to my own understanding, something is wrong with Marcus Rashford, and looks like he doesn't want to be at this club anymore. And if at all Arteta talks with Rashford and convinces him that he can obviously come at Arsenal, run, be consistent, and do the needful, I tell you what, he can obviously be one of those players that can obviously redeem their careers at Arsenal, because Arteta can do that. I tell you, Arteta can do that. And you know, a player like Marcus Rashford at the club of Arsenal will obviously bring in an extra gear. But my problem with him is, one, inconsistency and his selfishness, you know. But you never know, with Arsenal having Saka out for a very long time, they might be like, let's obviously get in an explosive left forward in Marcus Rashford, because at £40 million, you get him, he's a bargain. He's going to be getting you shot numbers. He can really score you goals. But the big question is, what of Trossard and a player called Martinelli? Because if you bring in Marcus Rashford, 27 years of age, that means you are willing to sell Trossard to the Saudi Pro League, because the Saudi Pro League wanted Leandro Trossard in the summer, and he was like, I'm going nowhere. But if he's not the first choice left forward for Arsenal, you know, and you bring in another player who is expected to play ahead of him, then it's like his time is over at the club of Arsenal. And you cannot have three players competing for one position. Maybe Arsenal will be like, we are bringing in Marcus Rashford, sometimes to play as a left forward and sometimes to lead the line for the club of Arsenal. That is also possible for the club. So those are the possibilities of Marcus Rashford to the club of Arsenal. Then we are having the source. We are having the source are telling us that Arsenal are interested in signing Marcus Rashford, but only for the right price. They have already made it clear they are not willing to match his Manchester United wages. By the way, I hadn't even gone ahead, obviously, hint about the wages, but the wages are also a huge blocking factor. If you know, you know. The wages for Marcus Rashford are really a huge blocking factor for his move to come on and really play at the club of Arsenal, because the highest paid player at Arsenal doesn't even, I think, is it Kai Havertz? The new wages I've gone ahead to see indicate that Kai Havertz earns £300,000 a week and Saka earns 290. You know, there comes in Gabriel Jesus next. There is Odegaard and very many others. Meaning that if Rashford is to obviously decide to come and play for the club of Arsenal, then he must take a pay cut, because if he really believes that he can really make it when he obviously starts a new challenge at Arsenal, I think he can take a pay cut. He's earning £350,000 a week. That is Marcus Rashford. Meaning that if he takes a pay cut, that will obviously see to it that he earns like 200 to 250,000. If I told you Marcus Rashford, you can put in, if you're his agent, because his agent is his brother and is really smart upstairs, you can obviously negotiate a better deal and say that if Rashford performs like this and this and this and this, or really hits these ceiling performances, then his salary will obviously increase. You understand? One thing about Marcus Rashford, the hugest positive for me, he's not an injury-prone player. He's always available. He can really play you 60 matches a season. And if he hits the ground running, he can obviously be a deadly player onto that left attacking side of the midfield. But Arsenal is like, we will only go for Marcus Rashford at a right price. And the price for Manchester United is £40 million, you know, and we don't know what's the stains of Marcus Rashford and these other people he's really working with onto his wages. Does he want to obviously move to a club that can obviously offer him £350,000 a week, or he wants to get to a club that can obviously reignite or rekindle his career to what very many people think he's supposed to be doing? So that's obviously what Marcus Rashford to Arsenal is all about. But Sami Mikbo went ahead and obviously told us something very, very, very important. He told us that Marcus Rashford featured on a list of potential forward signings identified by Arsenal last summer, but no indication currently that they will consider revisiting their tentative summer interest. Now, it's written all over the world that last summer the side of Arsenal wanted to sign Marcus Rashford. But it's all covered in an ocean of questions on whether the club of Arsenal will obviously go back and really put in interest for Marcus Rashford. And in the summer, Rashford was not for sale. And the big question is Marcus Rashford up for sale again? Or is he up for sale this time around? Because that's where everything will obviously go down well and really let us understand on what the plan is for the club of Manchester United. But right now, United want to sell Marcus Rashford. That is it. No doubt. No doubt. United want to sell Marcus Rashford. Will this prompt Arsenal to obviously come in and obviously throw in a very huge interest and revisit him, as they obviously want to come up and obviously showcase their interest in him? All that and more into the comment section below. Rokani David is my name. This is the first video of the day, and we're going to be dropping others very soon. So continue to subscribe. We want to hit 24,000 subscribers on this channel before this year comes to an end. Let's obviously hit 24,000. And see to it that in January, we'll obviously hit another huge milestone in there for you. So that's what I had for you here onto the Rokani Media Football. I love you guys. I love you, die. And let's obviously put in a very beautiful shift all together as we do the mix. Guys, are we together? So let's obviously get along onto this channel, and I'm waiting for your reactions into the comment section about Marcus Rashford to Arsenal transfer alive. And the hints have been dropped. What do you think about it? Do you support the club of Arsenal to sign Marcus Rashford in the January transfer to bolster their chances of winning the Premier League? Because as the Premier League stands, Arsenal are 6 points off Liverpool. Do you think Marcus Rashford can obviously come and really hit the ground running? And with Raheem Sterling injured, do you think it can also bolster the chances of obviously seeing Arsenal going back for Marcus Rashford? All that and more into the comment section below. Rokani David is my name. We out. Bye-bye.